Hey everyone, I know I've been off this channel for a week or so because I was on holiday, but I'm back. So we're going to be doing a complete overview of my custom Lego city today. I haven't done a formal overview of this new layout since the extension was put in, but there's quite a few details that we will be taking a look at starting now. Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be doing a full tour of my Lego city. It's very detailed. Try and put as many details as I can in to make it look more alive than most cities, because that's something a lot of cities lack, is details to make it just look special and stand out from other cities. I've tried to include that within my Lego city, as you can see from, for example, the construction workers working along here, the gang of criminals outside the public toilet, and, of course, in the city, Elvis is performing. He's still alive in this city, and he appears to be performing on a helipad here on the police station, which is weird, but I try and keep the city as fun as I can. So I make details like this, and I think it really works with the city. Now, the first building we're going to be taking a look at is this fantastic Lego Hogwarts clock tower. In this city, it's the home of a wealthy businessman. Unfortunately, he has to live next to the public toilets, but then again, just look at this building. Doesn't that make up for it? It's a great set. I'm so glad I got it. At present, it's the only sort of medieval building in the city. I do have some 1980s castle sets, but I've had to take a lot of them apart to use the grey pieces for mocks, such as the public toilet, but maybe I'll build them one day, once I've got some new road plates that I can finally build the entire second table. Let's not forget that this set is haunted by its own ghost that I added as a detail, because what medieval set would be complete without a 1980s glow-in-the-dark Lego ghost? Moving on, we have the public toilets here. Now, it's got a gang of criminals outside, unfortunately, so I wouldn't want to be using those public toilets. Now, it's a very basic blocky building. It's quite ugly, but that's what most public toilets look like over here in Britain. I tried to reflect that through this, and I think I did do a good job. It does look pretty ugly. Of course, there's no interior, but even if there was, we're not going to get to the interiors because this is just a city overview. We wouldn't have time. This is the city police station. It's a 2011 set. Unfortunately, you can't get it anymore because it's retired now. But it's a really good set. I am very glad that I got the set because, if I'm honest with you, it's the most realistic of all the police stations. I think it's the best design. I really like the way it's using base plates properly. A lot of them aren't even on good base plates. And of course you've got two prison cells there that are practical in what they do. I already did a detailed review of this set. And from the outside, the office area looks pretty good, but it's not most detailed inside. But since it was supposed to be a 6 to 12 set, it doesn't really matter. And this is the hospital in the city. Now, unfortunately, it's a retired set from 2018, which is a shame because they should do more hospitals in the Lego City range, because this is a really good set. It's really hard to get good hospital sets anymore that aren't Lego Friends sets. So I am really pleased I got this set. If you have any ailments while you're staying in this city, you should be able to get treated at this hospital. You've also got something from, I believe, a Harry Potter set down there. The statue. That must be someone important to medical history in this city, because it's come a long way, I guess. And, of course, you've got this brilliant van here, ambulance, and it can be stripped into just a van if you want to. I don't know why you would want to, because it's a great ambulance. It's hard to get vehicles that are this detailed when they're not the main part of the set, if you know what I mean. So I really love that hospital set. And this is probably the pride and joy of my city. The best building I've got, the downtown diner. It's a retired 2018 modular building set, at least I think it's retired. But I really think LEGO did an excellent job with this set to give it that great 1950s aesthetic. No other buildings really have that aesthetic in my city, so I think it's really great that they've managed to get a building like this in the city. And they first reintroduced the teal colour, which had been retired for many years, with Downtown Diner, so it's an important set in many ways, including that. And of course, as well as all that, even from the sides and the back, there are really nice details, such as this well-furnished staircase and the intricate windows. It's a hard build to do, but it's definitely worth it because it looks great. And of course you have the stairs, which are also very intricate and a great design to look so good. And then, as you can see, there's the windows at the back, which also look really nice. And then down here is a little junk pile. I guess that didn't come with the set. I just put anything that I can't really use in my city in these junk piles that I try and arrange to make them look like a legitimate pile of rubbish and not just something I put there because I didn't have anything else to put there. And that is all the buildings on the first of the two tables that we're going to take a look at today. I think the most is going on in the table we've just explored, but there's definitely some things that we can take a look at on the second table. It's obviously not finished yet, there's a lot of dead space there, which I can't really use until I get some more road plates. And of course the side closer to where I'm standing is definitely a bit tricky. What am I going to do with that? I'll have to work something out. But there's definitely some nice buildings that I'm going to be taking a look at here. First off, starting with the townhouse, pet shop and cafe. So, closest to the road is the pet shop with two apartments, which makes up the townhouse. So, I'm not sure why there's a traffic light there, but I didn't really want to get rid of it because there's no point. It still makes sense to have one there because it's sort of near a T-junction. And then, of course, there's the two apartments, one of which I made some minor modifications to. And then, let's not forget about the pet shop itself. It's the only place that you can go to get pets, or probably also the only place to get animal care in the city. So it's quite an important building in that respect. But you can also get some really nice pets in there, and they're all brick built apart from the goldfish, which is one singular piece. LEGO Creator do an excellent job with making these brick builds so that they don't use specialized pieces. That's one of the things about LEGO Creator that is just really great, that they don't use specialized pieces. Here is a little seating area outside that you can eat at in the cafe if it's too hot to eat inside. There's a nice tree above, so it's nice and shaded. And of course, next door is the cafe itself. Now, I like the building. It's got a nice aesthetic to it. It looks kind of Victorian, the style that they designed it in. I guess that's the sort of style that they're going for there, which is kind of weird next to the townhouse and pet shop, which seems to have a more like 1960s look about it. But these buildings do still somehow really work together. I think they're a great pair of buildings, and the many details that we have the interior we unfortunately can't see because we don't have time to do that with this set. And another detail that, well, it didn't come with the set, of course, but I find it pretty good that I find that it looks pretty good. The balcony is almost on the same level as Downtown Diner. Something about that is just really satisfying, that they're nearly on the same level as each other. I don't know what it is, but I just think that looks kind of nice there. Of course, here we have Cartman's house. It's a South Park mock. Obviously, you'll recognise it if you've been following my channel since about June, I believe, is when I built this. Now, it's a pretty good set. Unfortunately, Cartman can't join us. He's not around because he's busy at the police station, probably abusing his authority as a policeman. Very subtle reference there. You should get it. I should probably stop saying that every time I reference South Park. It probably is getting annoying for you. But, yeah, there you go. And this is the other house in the city. This is Beavis and Butthead's house. And it's exactly like in Beavis and Butthead. It was a complete accident that it turned out looking like this in the end. But I, in the end, decided that I should make it look even more like their house. So their garden at the back is a total mess, like it is in the series. As you can see, there's tons of junk there, because they don't take good care of anything, which I try to reflect in this city. Anything that is a reference to anything from the real world, I try and make it as true to the real world equivalent as I can. And you can see what they're doing there on the front of the house. That's a reference to an episode where they steal a camera and they do some certain things with it that they shouldn't. In the end, they destroy it, which is probably good if that's the sort of thing they took photos of. And the final building we're going to take a look at is my IKEA mock. Now, I will say this isn't up to my normal standard of mock building. It's actually a pretty mediocre mock, but really I just needed something that I could build quickly to fill in this empty space here, ready for the complete overview. I think it just works as like a placeholder building. Maybe at one point I'll do a better IKEA, but for now, the main thing about this set that I'm proud of is the lettering. It's really hard to do lettering properly with Lego, particularly with the IKEA logo, because of the way the K is shaped, but I think I pretty much pulled it off pretty well. And there isn't any interior, but once again, even if there was, we wouldn't have time to show the interior today, because it's just an overview of the whole city. And then at the back, that's just another of those junk piles. There's some things from a public toilet tutorial I did, because it was quicker to hide them than it was to dismantle them. And occasionally these junk piles are, if arranged properly, look alright. But that's everything with the IKEA. So, that's the last building wrapped up. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Of course, if you want to see any more LEGO content, you can click the videos on the end screen that YouTube recommends. I would really appreciate that. And if you want to see more stuff like this in the future, then make sure to subscribe. I would also really appreciate that. But that is everything for this video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you next time.